going to be talking to you about this Targus laptop cooling pad. Basically, I picked it up for £20. I got it from Targus. I'll put a link down below. I bought it on a whim just because I needed some laptop cooling, and I just happened to be out in the time and I seen it and I thought I'd pick it up. I'm very impressed with what it does so far, so I'll see if I can get this for you guys. But there's actually some fans back here, so your laptop will sit on this section here, and these air holes here will sort of exhaust through this section here, and there's actually some fans back here. I'm going to struggle to get them on the camera, but there is some fans back there, and it works really well. So there's two fans in here. Looking at them, they're probably 90mm. They're, you know, they work pretty well. You know, they're not gonna, you know, make your laptop super cool, but what they will sort of do is keep the temps what they should be. So on one of the B-rolls, you'll notice that I have sort of recorded my temperature after playing quite a few hours, and it's basically kept it at the same temperature it was when I first started. Normally I'd typically see temperatures of about 80 degrees, and this would be after about, say, 60 minutes of gameplay to an hour and a half, and then anything over that you can sort of look at figures like 85 degrees to 90 degrees, which is, you know, pretty much getting to the borderline of when you need to stop. And this is not down to the fact that there's anything wrong with the laptop or anything like that. Like, I like to keep on top of my fans. I always go over them with compressed air and, you know, try and keep the dust off them. It's just the fact that laptop cooling can only do so much before heat just gets trapped and absorbed in the case. You know, it's a HP Omen, so, you know, they are targeted at gamers, but it doesn't always get all the heat out. It just sort of gets stuck in certain sections. So if you go over it with a heat map, you can sort of see where it gets stuck, and it's the exhaust from the CPU that comes out the side, and as well as the speakers, because the speakers are actually in the bar where the sort of lid goes. You'll see it on the B-roll. Basically that's where the sort of heat just gets trapped, because there's nowhere to go, because it's got upgraded speakers, if you like, and they're just, you know, that little bit bigger, so they just hold a little bit more space, and it just doesn't allow the air to get out of there. I know it's probably not the most high-tech solution out there, but for what I paid, it's, you know, it's a good solution. It seems to be working well so far, and I just needed something to give me that little bit of a boost when it comes to, you know, long gaming sessions or editing. I just seem to be getting the temperature going up and up and up, and especially when I'd be rendering, I'd sometimes, you know, have to pick my laptop up and actually hold it in the air whilst it renders, especially 4K video. It just sort of got bogged down, and it would affect the rendering times because you're hitting T-junction, and it's causing the processor to run slower because of the heat, to try and get some of the heat out, and then it'll ramp back up again. But I've tried all sorts. So because it's HP, it's got HP Cool Sense. I've messed around with the settings on there, I've turned it off, I've gone into the BIOS as well to see if I can set the fans to 100% all the time. Only for when I knew I was going to be doing intense gaming sessions and stuff like that, and nothing seems to work. So fingers crossed this will carry on behaving the way it is at the moment, but it's, you know, I'm pretty impressed with it, and long term I think it should be okay. So I'll just go from there and see how it is. One thing that I do like about it is it's got this sort of like foamy texture to it, so when it does sit on your lap, it does sit quite comfortably. And I know that some people, if you're wearing shorts and you've got a laptop on your lap, you're gonna burn your legs. But with this, because it keeps it cooler and the laptop isn't actually directly on your legs, this is actually quite comfortable to have just sat on bare skin, so it's pretty good for that as well. That's it really. I wanted to keep it nice and short, but at the same time I wanted to inform you about this because I'm mildly impressed, and if anyone has any cooling problems with their laptop and they want to sort of keep on top of it, I would definitely recommend this. It doesn't cost a lot for what it is. I know there are cheaper solutions out there, especially if you look on Amazon and eBay and stuff like that, but Targus have made some good things in the past, so I thought I'd give them a go, and yeah, I'm impressed with it, and I'll definitely recommend it to you if you want a low cost solution to keeping your laptop at decent temperatures.